any man that says, you know, I'm staying single is because they do not want to be in a situation that is causing them to face parts of themselves that have been denied, that have been repressed, where they are not taking accountability for the way that they show up in relationships. And obviously, if they're not in relationship or opening themselves up to the right person, they're not going to have this mirroring. And so by isolating and saying, you know, this is why men are staying single, it's just basically another way of saying, I don't want to face myself.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Manhood titled Women Finally Realize That Men Prefer Being Single in 2025. I mean, as the saying goes, it's better late than never. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Locke the Bounty Hunter, so don't forget to subscribe to both of their channels, and let's jump right into it.
My problem is that I hate men, you know?
Lots of women think it's like a female empowerment, I'm a strong woman thing to say that you hate men. On the contrary, when a woman says she hates men, it's usually a telltale sign that she has terrible, horrific experiences with men, and that she allows toxic men into her life, into her love life, into her bedroom. The question isn't, are men toxic? Because there will always be toxic men and women in the world. The question is, why are all the toxic men in your life? Why have you allowed men to treat you so badly that you now hate them?
The answer is that modern women can't stand good men. They see good men as boring. They want an emotional roller coaster that the bad boys give them. It makes them feel alive and excited, and it's also incredibly stupid.
Is it pathetic to admit that I want to be in love? That I want a boyfriend?
I'm 25, not married, actually never been married, no kids. Can anyone else relate?
Why are single men happier than you think? A lot of single men are not actually miserable. A lot of them are doing better than fine. Society likes to push the idea, oh, men are lost without a woman. That's a lie. For years now, men have been told that their happiness only comes from marriage and kids and overall settling down. But
there's this absurd idea that men cannot function without women, that we're slobs if a woman isn't there to take care of us, but we are actually self-sufficient and can thrive in solitude. That's one thing that modern women will just never be able to accept, it seems.
modern relationships don't offer men the same benefits that they used to. Men aren't wrong for asking what's in it for me before they go into a really serious relationship. Single men today have financial freedom and overall peace of mind. They have control over their own lives. They're traveling, building businesses, hitting the gym, and overall going after their goals. And until women are willing to offer a little bit more in relationships, this is going to continue. Holding men to these outdated expectations, but also a variety of new ones that show up every single day, is just not doing it for them. And they're not going to continue having relationships if this keeps up.
Men have adapted to this whole mess that modern women created. We're not playing by the stupid rules that these women set. There's no real point, and even if we did play that game, they wouldn't let us win. The only way to win is to not bother playing at all.
Women hate men because men oppress, harass, assault, rape, and abuse women. Men have made women hate them. If you have negative experiences with men, some people will jump to the conclusion of using that to paint all men. If you get bitten by a dog, do you view all dogs as a threat? Probably not. We have to inject nuance into our conversations. And at the end of the day, I think these women are doing it in their personal lives. I do think they are looking for men. I do think they have brothers and fathers and uncles and cousins who they would characterize as being good men.
The types of women who proudly admit that they hate men aren't looking for good men. They're looking for perfect men, the type of man that only exists in movies and in their romance novels, and anything less than that is an insult.
So they know that there are men out there that exist, just maybe in their personal experiences they've yet to receive that. And there's something to be said for maturing out of this mentality as well. In their probably 30s and 40s, they're gonna come to realize, oh yeah, well not all men. I hate to say not all men, but yeah, not all men are like this. It's just a simple fact. It's the truth.
It's crazy to me how modern women get furious when anyone says not all men. Like, they just have to get up in arms about it rather than accept it's an actual reality. They get so triggered when people say that.
3 in one sitting. Is there any need?
Let's make some magic.
Is it, what is it? Is it that you don't like me enjoying my life, or you don't want to see me happy? Which one is it?
I just think
Which one is it?
it's just
I
a
don't
bit-
drink, I don't go out, I don't party.
So excessive mini roll consumption it is.
Is it the happiness that makes you angry that I'm happy? Is seeing me happy? It's like when I nap.
His wife literally reached into the garage can to pull out those wrappers, shoved the camera in his face, and started lecturing him for no reason. And to add insult to injury, she's laughing at him for sticking up for himself. I mean, what kind of a wife does that to her husband?
I can't have a nap.
Would you allow a child to have 3?
I'm 40 years old.
The fact that this man is logically reasoning through why his wife has a problem with him having too many snacks, it's honestly another demonstration of what men are willing to put themselves through for the sake of love. The sad part is that guys like this, they deserve better. But good men are also extremely loyal, so he's not going to just get up and leave because he's unhappy in the marriage. No, he's going to reason through it, and he's going to try to get his wife to see the light.
The vast majority of men are extremely loyal to the people they care about, which is why it's kind of funny when modern women look at us, the men they openly ignore, by the way, and accuse us of being nothing but ugly cheaters. It just makes no sense at all.
He's going to try to get her to treat him better, or he's at least just going to cope with it and do what he wants. He's going to eat the snacks. But the even sadder part is that if down the line, like years from now, his wife decides that she's not happy and she wants to leave the marriage, that man is going to be single and then probably want to stay single because of how he was treated. He was actually pretty unhappy in the relationship, and that's how he's going to view relationships. So why would he get into another one?
If a guy decides that he's done with relationships, he's looked down upon. Modern women call him hateful and worthless, as if his desire to keep his peace and not get destroyed in courts or anything like that is somehow going to make him a bigot.
No, males are not choosing, but
Oh, yes, they are.
I do find it hilarious how they are all like, yeah, we're done with women. That's why we're all single, because we chose to be done with women.
You know, if someone tells you something often enough, maybe you should start believing them because, yeah, a lot of men are just completely done with dating.
You guys didn't choose that. You know you didn't choose that.
Oh, but they did. What exactly is so hard to believe about that?
Men most certainly did choose that. A man can only take so much contempt before he decides to wash his hands clean of everything. This woman is proving it right now with the way that she's talking. She's talking down to men as if they are children.
You know that right now women are becoming really picky and not choosing men that all they do is bring a paycheck.
Like I said before, there's a lot of women that are very upset that a lot of guys are actually choosing to be single because they want all of the power for themselves and to be able to dictate who they date. It is incomprehensible to some that guys actually can choose who to date.
Modern women treat men like NPCs as if men have absolutely no say in who he lets into his own life, and when he makes it clear that she's not welcome, she flies off the handle and mocks us for having the audacity to practice our own free will.
Although there are still women out there who will accept that. And I suggest you go find them and leave us alone.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem at all, because it's almost like personality types similar to some that we've just seen are almost the very reasons why a lot of guys are choosing to remain single.
Men have no problem leaving women like this alone, but the second they start posting hateful content like this, men will expose them, they will reply, and they will call them out for their behavior, because men are done with this kind of treatment.
The male loneliness epidemic is just a bunch of women crying online because men have pulled out of dating because of standards and expectations that are set upon them. Where? What standards and expectations? You're all in situationships. You're all doing nothing. You're all getting that coin slot for free. Let's be honest. Are you even taking the birds that you're sleeping with on dates? No, you're not. You're not. So I don't understand where these standards and expectations are that you're talking about.
This kind of attitude can only come from a woman who sleeps exclusively with chads. She just assumes that all men are engaging in the same kind of behavior as hers. But when 95% of men are getting mocked or ignored, it's impossible for what she's saying to actually be true.
Because most of the women in my inbox telling me about men they're dealing with, they don't even get took out. They get took for a mug and that's it. Do you know what I mean? They're sleeping with these men who are doing absolutely nothing because they have made them believe that their self-esteem and self-worth should be fucking less than nothing. So, where's these unrealistic expectations? Can you give me an example? Because I'm confused. What exactly are you all doing? What exactly are these women asking you to do for first dates? I mean, just take her to Nando's. It's not that fucking deep.
She's trying to force all of the accountability on the men that she chooses to sleep with. Those dudes will always get a pass when it comes to their expectations. It is the average men who are expected to meet them, and no man is willing to work that hard for someone who isn't worth it.
I'm going to talk about this comment that was left on one of my videos, and there's quite a few men that leave similar comments to this, and this proclamation that, you know, this is why men are staying single. And this is obviously not all men, but there is a reason why men do this, and the reason that men say I'm staying single, which in other terms basically means I'm also willing to have a string of hookups that mean nothing to get my own needs satisfied, is that the reason that they do this is because they are not willing to face themselves.
Men have made it perfectly clear why they are staying single. We have no problem explaining ourselves. These women just don't want to listen because they want to be right. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.